This is Dan Dicks here reporting for Press for Truth, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is a logo and a symbol that we are going to be seeing an awful lot of in the very near and foreseeable future. So today I'm going to do a deep dive into what this is all about. Now, if you go to Twitter right now, you'll notice up in the top left-hand corner, the little blue bird has been replaced by this new X logo. That's right, bye-bye birdie. Elon Musk officially rebrands Twitter as X by blasting the new logo onto the side of the firms of the San Francisco headquarters. This is what that looked like, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And his mother, May Musk, decided to retweet that with this little XXX or triple X tweet, which we will talk about in this video. But this, of course, is the world's richest man's promise to build a platform that will become a banking and messaging app. Ladies and gentlemen, now this should come as no surprise to PFT viewers, because I reported on this back in October of 2022 with this video. Elon Musk is buying Twitter as an accelerant to creating X, the everything app. What could go wrong? And in this video, I explained how he wants to rival the WeChat app, which has over 1 billion users in China, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Elon Musk's 25-year history and obsession with the letter X. And we'll talk about, what are the significance and the more kind of esoteric meanings behind the choice for this particular symbol that he's chosen for his company, Twitter, moving forward. Now, we already know he has a company called SpaceX that was originally called Space Exploration, which he, moved it into becoming known as SpaceX. He's also the CEO of Tesla, and he released the Model X car. Now, most people are already well aware that his whole plan here was to spell out the word sexy. But when he tried to release the Model E, turns out that that was not available. I think Ford already had that one called, so he had to go with the Model 3, which is like the letter E backwards, so that he could spell out the word sexy. He also just unveiled a new bid to rival startup OpenAI and ChatGPT. He called it XAI. Elon Musk has hinted for months that he wants to build an alternative to popular ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence chatbot, announcing the formation of what he's calling XAI, a company with the mission to understand the true nature of the universe. And he is now putting all of this under the umbrella or the parent company known as X Corp. Of course, he started X.com way back in 1999. If you go to that now, it will just redirect you to Twitter. He named one of his kids this right here, which is simply pronounced as the letter X. And if you take a look at his t-shirt here, you'll notice it says Occupy Mars. We already know he's completely obsessed with outer space. And did you guys know about the debate within the scientific community about whether or not this planet X exists? A hypothetical Neptune-sized planet that apparently orbits our sun in a highly elongated orbit far beyond Pluto? Yes, this is still currently debated as to whether or not this exists. So we know he's absolutely obsessed with outer space. But today we're going to take a look at some of the more, as I said, esoteric meanings behind this, because he's into that as well. Now, we're all familiar with this from pop culture because of TV shows like The X-File, for example, which, deals with aliens and the paranormal. Everybody knows about the X-Men movie franchises and what that's all about. Of course, Microsoft came out with their Xbox gaming console. Everybody knows about that. We already know that about Generation X. This is people born from 1965 to 1980. And you've probably heard about some people in the silent generation or baby boomers generation, particularly black Muslim leaders who changed their name to X. Like, obviously, Malcolm X, probably the world's most famous black Muslim leader, who literally changed his name to the letter X, or this black supremacist here, Louis Farrakhan, who, when he converted to Islam, changed his name to Louis X, before being named Louis Farrakhan. We also know about the movie rating system, guys. An X-rated film is a film that indicates that it contains content that's only considered to be suitable for adults. As we know, films with an X rating may have scenes of graphic violence or explicit sex, and of course the triple X rating is the worst of the worst. And again, that brings us back to this tweet from May Musk. What the heck does she mean by this triple X tweet with the little love eyes? It's kind of twisted if you ask me. But beyond that, have you ever wondered why so many drugs start with the letter X? Look at this. This is just a small list of, within the pharmaceutical industry, all these drugs that start with the letter X. In fact, according to the Brand Institute, the letter X, Z, C, and D, or Z as it's also pronounced, subliminally indicate that a drug is powerful. We all know that the pharmaceutical industry has adopted the RX as their symbol, and some believe this is an adaptation or derived from the Eye of Horus. Now, we're talking about ancient Egyptian sun gods here with people who worship deities that are apparently, sun gods. Could that be the reason why the letter X was chosen to get rid of Christ in the word Christmas, as everybody, started, saying Merry Xmas instead of that? Also, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, the letter X in the Greek alphabet, this is the 22nd letter in the Greek alphabet, and it actually symbolizes the numerical number of 600. So according to numerology, the XXX could essentially work out to 666. You got the triple X 666, Mark of the Beast, pornography. It's absolutely crazy. So today I want to take a look at this. The X as a symbol for the sun god, and this may lead us to a better understanding of what Musk might be up to here with the X as a symbol of transformation. So much to cover and talk about in this video, guys, so we're going to jump right into it. But really quickly, before we do, I'd ask that you check me out here at pressfortruth.ca/donate if you appreciate my efforts to compile all of this information for you. Here you can do a one-time donation with PayPal. You can do Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. You can join me on Subscribestar for a monthly reoccurring contribution. Thank you so much to everyone who does that. You can also send an e-transfer to dan@pressfortruth.ca, or you can keep things old school, guys, and send stuff to my P.O. box. Links for all of this are going to be located in the description below. Again, thank you so much to everybody who takes the time and effort to support my work here at Press for Truth. All right, guys, this is the big news of the day. He's already rebranding Twitter into his new X app. Elon Musk has officially rebranded Twitter and ditched its bird for the name and logo X in the latest controversial shakeup of the social media company under his ownership. Tweeting a picture of the company's new logo, a white X on a black background, late Sunday night, Twitter's new chief executive, Linda Yaccarino, said, "X is here. Let's do this," she says. Company's new logo was then seen projected on its downtown San Francisco headquarters. By Monday morning, the platform's users could see its new look and its new name. X will be powered by AI and will connect us in ways that we're just beginning to imagine, she tweeted. The new changes are a step closer to his previously stated idea for an everything app that would combine social media, instant messaging, banking, and other ventures. He's since changed his profile picture to this new logo, which he describes as a minimalist art deco, and his Twitter bio to x.com, which now redirects to twitter.com. And again, going back to, the first announcement of this when he tweeted it out on October 4th, I reported it on October 5th that what he's actually trying to do is rival the WeChat app in China that has over 1 billion users. WeChat is widely viewed as a government surveillance tool in China. It's also subject to heavy censorship, which really begs the question, what exactly does he have in mind for the West when it comes to so-called free speech? In this video, I warn about the social engineering scheme called Sesame Credit, which was developed in China as an app which looks and acts like a game, but its true purpose is to garner obedience to the state. The system rates Chinese citizens on how closely they adhere to the party line. Is this what we can expect from Musk with X? And it indeed does seem like that's the very direction we are leading into. Now, as I said, we pointed out all the kind of pop culture references and the places we've seen this in the past, all over the place, especially, the drugs, the pharmaceuticals, but the ancient Egyptians and the Babylonians as well is what has piqued my interest a great deal. So let's take a look at this. Chapter 11 from Codex Magica. According to Dr. C.J. Costner, head of the Institute of Scriptural Research in South Africa, X was the emblem of the Chaldean or the Babylonian sky god. Costner says that X was an ancient symbol of the sun deity, and that the letter carried with it sexual connotations. In the Old Semitic language, it was representing the cross. Freemasonry earlier on latched onto this letter exactly because of its paranormal significance as the sign of Lucifer or the solar sun god. The Masonic Lodge also used the letter X because of its sexual meanings and its Babylonian origins. Writing in the Scottish Rite Journal, the official journal of the Mother Supreme Council of the 33rd Degree, Jim Tresner discussed the use of X in the ritual ceremony of the 17th degree, Night of the East and West. Again, this is referring to one of the rituals. Once you gain, work your way up in the ranks of Masonry to the 17th degree, Tresner says 33rd degree Mason emphasized that the 17th degree ritual is one of the most powerful and profound degrees within the rite. Here, Tresner says, we encounter raw spiritual energy. We begin to glimpse the spiritual power which is available to the person who is able to access it. So here's where I think some of his obsession and fascination with this comes from. As a symbol for transformation, Tresner goes on to suggest that X, representing the Roman numerical 10, also symbolizes the 10 Yuds, or the manifestations of the Jewish Kabbalah, or the Tree of Life, the Sephiroths. He notes that the candidates for this degree wears two cordons, one black in color, one white, which symbolizes the duality of the Masonic doctrine. The fact that these cross each other, he explains, suggests the unions of opposites or equilibrium. In crossing, Tresner says, they form an X shape. X, he observes, is the ancient symbol for transformation. So knowing his, obsession with this ancient esoteric symbology and outer space, but specifically with ancient Babylonianism, the idea that it represents transformative phase or transformation, a symbol, an ancient symbol of transformation, leads me to believe, is this what he's leading to? That this is that transformational phase where we're leading into that point where we will have one app to rule them all, essentially, the everything app, as he called it, that essentially, according to what he plans to do is going to, deal with banking, social media, and pretty much every aspect of your life, like it does with the WeChat app in China. So it does seem like this is kind of that transitional phase into this new era of banking, this new era of how we interact online, and perhaps the symbol was chosen to signify that we are in that transformative phase. He's big on the cryptocurrencies. We know that that's going to be coming in as a one world digital global currency eventually. Everything coming down to that. And just wanted to bring it to your attention today, ladies and gentlemen, that I find it interesting. A man who is so obsessed with the ancients, the Babylonians, and outer space and things of that nature has chosen this particular symbol. Again, I want to point you to this from Codex Magica. I'll put links to all of this, guys, in the description below. As we said, we've covered a lot of the examples of where we've seen this in pop culture and history in the past, but you know, knowing how this man operates and his crazy obsession with it, and you know, what people like his mom is like, I you know, wouldn't be surprised if he's more so, you know, doing this as a symbol of a time of transformation as we move into perhaps a whole new era and a whole new time, according to him. So just wanted to bring all of this to your attention today, ladies and gentlemen. If you do appreciate my efforts to do so, don't forget to check me out here, pressfortruth.ca/donate. Again, links for all of this stuff is going to be located in the description below, so you could, you know, delve deep into it yourself, do your own due diligence. Don't take my word for it. Look into these things for yourself. And that's all for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this video, don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends and family who you think need to see it the most. And stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dicks reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.